Hey everybody, I haven't done this in a while. I haven't ranted in a while, especially about this subject. I don't want people to think I'm an environmentalist, because I'm not going to say I'm a hypocrite, but I was watching the show Cosmos, the remake of that really cool old 70s show, the Carl Sagan show. I was watching it, and you were talking about the greenhouse effect. And not to sound mean, people who deny its existence, are you guys blind? The fact of the matter is, we have to start doing things now. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to drive my car anymore. Hey, I drive my car. I'm not going to lie to you. I drive to get to places. But there's things we can do. And I know the politicians say, well, we can't do it. It's too expensive, to this, to that. No, I say bull. I know it sounds cruel to say, but you go back to September 11th. For 2 months afterwards, there were no planes in the sky. The sky got clean. It got blue again. It was nice to see, to be able to look out, see green trees and blue sky. Not this color, an actual blue. Now, why is that? Why is it? Because all the planes were grounded. You had no planes flying around. That makes you think, how much pollution do planes put up there? I was watching the show with my daughter, and she got really upset, because, you know, they're saying basically by 2050, the Earth will go from green, lush green, to like more dirt, because the heat's going to get like that. Do we really want that world? No. And to say that we don't have the technology or the drive to do it or the economy will suffer, you're wrong. And this is what I have in mind. If you tell all the car companies, and if one country, for example, Canada did this first, and said one country goes, no, all car companies out there, you guys have 5 years. 5 years, no more fossil fuel vehicles. You think that's going to kill the car industry in Canada? No. Car companies will have 5 years to come up with new cars. And that also means that every owner in car of Canada, every Canadian, for example, would have to get a new car or get conversions for their old cars to hydrogen-based or solar-based, whatever. That's actually good business. You're actually making money by doing that. And you tell the same thing, for example, to the ocean cruise ships and the boats. You know what? You can power boats with other things apart from diesel fuel or fossil fuels. Convert them. New businesses, folks, taking all those conversions, all those new industries, people having to upgrade to the newest thing. Hey, you upgrade your iPhone every year because they tell you to. Upgrade your car in 5 years. Make it against the law to have these things. And it'll happen. Same thing, too. You know what? Do we really need to burn coal? We have something out there called the sun. Oh, people say, oh, it's too expensive to put solar panels and so forth and windmills. It's expensive now. But once you mass produce something, it becomes the norm, and you make more and more of them, guess what happens? It becomes affordable. It becomes a new industry. So you're not actually going to lose money if you say, you know what, we're going to finally make a stand and say, we're going to start changes now. And I know you're thinking, well, you mentioned planes. Yes, such a wonderful plane up in the sky with a contrail showing. Do we really need to get somewhere so fast? I mean, do you need to go from Vancouver to Montreal in 5 hours if you're on vacation? No, not really. If you're on a business trip, most people will use the internet now anyway for meetings and so forth. How about this for a thought? If you think back to our great-grandparents and their parents, a vacation back in those days was a month. I'm going to go on vacation, we'll see you in a month. You might take a week to get somewhere, spend 2 weeks, a week to come back. Part of the traveling was the vacation. I know you're thinking, well, that's bad for the economy too. It's not. Because think, if you're going on vacation for a month, that means for a month, some part-time people can get jobs. That's actually good for the economy. It really is. And, you know, if we have to start thinking, you know, sometimes things in the past weren't so bad. And, you know, I know people still like air travel. They want to fly in their planes like the one flying over my head. But apart from the military, do you need to go that fast? I mean, I honestly would love to fly in an airship. Can you imagine that, an air cruise? And I know people going, oh, the Hindenburg. You know what? Most airships don't work like that. And they're controllable. They're actually pretty good. And they're not that slow. People still take the train to go on vacation. I would love to take, imagine an air cruise. You know, a nice slow cruise. And you know, the other thing is too, well, you know what, when a blimp or Zeppelin crashes, they don't go and disappear. They kind of go and come down. So it's a safety feature too, and it's also a new industry. The airlines, Air Canada can switch over. You know, you can easily even take a plane, modify it so it's an airship instead. No jets, you have these giant airbags instead. We could actually change the world, folks. Because frankly, I want to live a long time. I want my kids and their kids to have a planet that they can actually live on. I mean, I still want to go to the moon. I still want humanity to get off this planet. But we have to save the planet first for us. And I'm not worried about planet Earth. Planet Earth, she'll survive without us. But will we survive on it if we keep doing what we're doing right now? I don't think so. And like I said, most people don't need to travel. Most people don't even travel anymore. It's so expensive in this world. It's so dangerous in this world. So let's let the military keep their fossil fuels. Everybody else, like I said, let's have a government that says, you know what, enough's enough. 5 years! Let's make these businesses change. And the businesses go, we can't afford it. We'll give you tax breaks for 5 years. Change the world, people. All it takes is one country to say enough's enough and start doing it, and the rest will follow. Because think, if say 4 or 5 of the major countries say, you know what, no more fossil fuels, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to have more solar power. You're going to have more wind power. You're going to have companies say, hey, we've got this technology and it works and it's safe and it's clean. The result is clean water to drink from your car. It's about time that we actually say, let's think about tomorrow, not about now. And for the people in the companies say, well, they want their money, you'll make more money having a law passed saying, hey, guess what? 5 years from now, all these gasoline cars are gone. You got to buy our new cars or pay for conversion kits. Boats, planes, same thing. Houses will have solar panels. There's a major economic boom, if you really think about it, in making this planet go green. And on that note, I'm going to hop back in the car, because like I said, I'm not a hypocrite. One day I'll hop into a car that doesn't run on gas, or a bad hybrid, or a bad electric car, a car that runs on a fuel that is clean. And I'm looking forward to that day, and so should you.